Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're here at the scrapyard where I work. You can see for yourself. That's the excavators I use, truck, everything. Anyways, we were getting ready for the drift event tomorrow over at Gateway, the Midwest Rip Fest. And as you see, I'm using my open trailer this time. I have sold my enclosed. Pretty stoked on getting that moved out of here pretty quickly. I set up a little ramp setup. This is kind of just a simple deal. I fold these down, lay them on some blocks, and then you lay down the ramps, and voila, you can get a low car up onto it. Mounted up my tires. You can see, trying a couple different tires this time. I know a lot of people have done the research, and I've ran a lot of tires. Seem kind of the same to me. Some might burn a little faster, some might be a little smokier. But what I'm basically going to do this weekend is test the Federal 595s, the ATR Sport 2s from Achilles, and some Ironman Generation 2 or whatever they call them. So 3 different sets of tires. I'm going to see which ones kind of last longest. As far as grippiness, I already know that they're all about the same. I'm not really too worried about that because it is just the street car we're drifting. So I do want to see which one's longevity and basically best bang for your buck. So that I'll keep you guys updated a little more throughout. And so that's it for that. But anyways, I figured I'd give you guys a little update on the Z build. As you can see here, I just got my new BC Racing coilovers. They came in today. Pretty happy about these. I've done a little bit of research and asked around. A lot of my friends have been running Z's and stuff like that, and they say that these are pretty good for the money. These were in about $950 for a true coilover setup with dampening. So hopefully they should, I don't see why they wouldn't, but the other ones you could buy would be like a Stance or a Fortunato, but they were running about $1,400. So this being like not necessarily a budget build, but I also don't want to kill my bank account building this car. I mean, I sold a lot of parts off the FD car, but I was hoping to actually have a bank account afterwards, once this thing's on the street. So anyways, a little bit of pulling off some parts and stuff, pull the plastics out, things like that, just kind of prepping it. I'm actually, after I get off this video, I will probably pull the rest of the harness out, the AC lines come down. I had to buy a special tool, which is this. I'll show you guys for those who don't know. Just an AC line removal tool. You can get those at Advanced Auto, AutoZone, or whatever. They're pretty cheap, so that helps you out. So if you want to save the lines like I do, because I eventually want to put AC back on this car with the 2J, I thought that would be a pretty badass thing to do. So that's that's the plan anyway for that. So got a few other parts came in. I got the shifter relocator installed, and it came out really nice. This is a GK Tech, and it's a pretty cheaper kit. I mean, it was about $250. I bought it through eBay. That way I can get it pretty quickly. You can see how it's like a billet, shifter arm and everything coming off here. I like that as opposed to the Serial 9, which has a swivel type deal coming off there. And I'm not saying that it could fail. I just didn't really like it. I liked a more solid, bolted on piece kind of thing. So anyways, it shifts on real good. If you guys do end up buying this kit, I recommend watching the GK Tech video installation video on YouTube. They make it really simple and easy how to adjust the lockouts and everything like that if you've never done it before, which I have never done that before, at least to a Z-Trans. So I just want to make sure it was correct and right, so I wouldn't have to fool around with that. But here's the rest of my parts. The Collins adapter, they make everything, which I've told you guys about before, as far as mounts and all that stuff goes. Clutch and flywheel, that's all in here. Pretty much as soon as I get rid of the BS nonsense up on the car, I should be able to drop the 2J and transmission there, minus the clutch to flywheel bolts. I have to see if I have them. If I don't, I'll have to go get some hardware. But little bit of the interior, I got rid of the peanut butter color leather seats. I got a pair of really nice cloth seats up at the house. They're just put away in storage. I bought off a guy out in Bonterre. Anyways, the hydro will be coming out, and the stock I bought a new console and shifter trim to replace what was cut on this car. Just kind of making it basically nice and stock and clean on the inside, because I am going to be dailying this car for a little while. It's going to be kind of a sleeper, which will be fun. You know, cruising around the highways, like probably will make around 450. I'm going to detune it just a little because it is on race gas right now with the 2J. I mean, not saying that wouldn't be bad ass to cruise around in, but filling that bitch up is $8 a gallon, so I'm good on that. So we're going to put it back to 93. Detune it, probably just tweak it a little bit. You know, I'm sure to make at least 450 horsepower at like 18 pounds, somewhere in there. I mean, that's quite fast enough for a street car. I'm going to see if Force will kind of tweak it so that maybe it gets reasonably good fuel mileage. Actually, that's kind of the plan. I mean, of course, it's asking for a lot, but if you know, if he's tweaking it, why not? See what we can do. So that should be fun. Hopefully, after the drift event, I might come back out here on Sunday and try to maybe slide that 2J in here, so we'll see on that. But I'll give you guys a new video tomorrow, which will be debuting the new wrap I did on the RB25 car. I like the black, don't get me wrong, black cars are awesome. But since I'm going to be driving on the track a little more, I had to kind of get up on Caleb Erhan, who is my new teammate's. You know, I had to get on his level, because he got that fresh two-tone wheels and all that stuff, and that car kind of outshines mine. So I had to, you know, step my game up a little bit. So what I did was new wrap, and I actually had ordered a new set of wheels, but they didn't quite match what I wanted for the car, so I actually sold them to my mom. She's gonna put on her Z, which is kind of dope. So at any rate, it will be a different color, and it does look freaking awesome. It's my second wrap job. Me and my wife Val, we put it together, you know, wrapped up the whole car. It's kind of something fun to do. It's a lot easier in paint, you know, of course we've talked about that before, but you know, kind of stoked. So looking forward to making that video tomorrow at the track. So hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.